students, welcome back to our session. As we have seen in our previous videos, there are 8 parts of speech. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, prepositions, conjunctions and interjections. Today we are learning about verbs and their types. What is a verb? A verb is an action word. It describes any action that you do and also a state of being. For example, I ran a lot today. He is going to school. Here the words ran and going are action words, meaning it is an action that is being performed by the subject. This makes them a verb. Every sentence in grammar contains a verb, except for some sentences like, what a great day. Here are some more examples. Let's go home. I will walk home. He drinks milk every day. Now let us move ahead with types of verbs. There are 4 types of verbs: action verbs, auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, and linking verbs. Action verb. What is an action verb? An action verb is a word that shows the action of a person, an animal, an object, or nature happening in the sentence. An action verb also shows the state of mind in a sentence. For example, Rahul ran away. Here, the word ran shows the action that is happening in the sentence. What did Rahul do? He ran away. Thus, the word ran is an action verb. Alok thinks a lot. Here the word thinks is an action verb. But since we cannot see things, it is called as an action word of a state of mind. Here are some more examples of action word: share, sit, talk, travel. Usage in a sentence. Let us share this bread. You can sit here. I will talk to her. I will travel tomorrow. Action verbs are further divided into 2 parts based on how they are used in a sentence. That is, transitive verb and intransitive verb. Transitive verb. What is a transitive verb? A transitive verb needs a direct object in a sentence. If not, a sentence without it will not make sense. A direct object is to what or to whom the action is being performed. For example, I like trees. What does the subject like? The subject likes the trees. Here, the trees are acting as the object in the sentence. As the subject likes the trees, therefore, when we are able to answer the question what, we automatically put in the sentence. Now, if the sentence was simply written as I like, it would not make any sense to us. Here are more examples of transitive verbs. Vidya helped Alok with his books. I closed the door. Harsh walks to the market. Next, let us look at the intransitive verb. As we have seen previously that the transitive verb needs a direct object, but an intransitive verb does not necessarily need one. An intransitive verb is a verb that does not need a direct object to make sense in the sentence. A sentence with an intransitive verb can stand on its own. For example, I was sleeping. In this sentence, there is no object. What is the subject doing? She is sleeping. But it makes sense. Thus, this sentence is called an intransitive verb. Here are some more examples of intransitive verbs: live, laugh, stand, etc. Usage in sentence. I will live. She laughs. Stand here, etc. Next, let us look at auxiliary verbs. What are auxiliary verbs? Well, an auxiliary verb is a verb that helps the main verb. Thus, an auxiliary verb is called a helping verb. It makes a sentence meaningful and changes the tense or voice of the sentence. For example, take a look at these sentences. Anand is running again. Here we know that the word running is a verb. But what is helping this verb? If we write Anand running again, it does not make sense. But the word is helps the word running to make sense. Thus, word is a helping verb. Here are some examples of auxiliary verbs: am, is, had, has, may, might, etc. Usage in a sentence: I am eating rice. He is walking. I had eaten already. She has left. Anita may sing tomorrow. I might give you your book today. Auxiliary verbs has 3 forms: to be, to have, to do. Look at the table below. They are the auxiliary verbs with their past continuous, past participle and future tense. To be in past form was were, continuous form being, past participle being, future will be. To have in past form had, continuous form having, past participle had and in future form will have. To do in past form did, continuous doing, past participle done, future will do. Auxiliary verbs are further divided into verbs called modal verbs. Now let us take a look at modal verbs. What are modal verbs? Well, modal verbs are a type of helping word for the main verb that express idea like ability, possibility, necessity, and permission. Modal verbs are a type of auxiliary verb. Here are examples: can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, ought to. Usage in a sentence: I can go today. I could need your help with this subject. Your friend may come to visit you next week. I might stay late at night. Shall I bring you some juice to drink? Lastly, let us look at linking verbs. What are linking verbs? Well, linking verbs are verbs that do not show the action of the subject but describe it. Linking verbs only explain the state of the subject or tell us how it looks and what it is exactly. For example, he seems sad today. Here the word seems is telling us that the subject, he looks sad today. Thus, it is not showing us what the subject is doing, but what the subject looks like. Hence, it is a linking verb. Let us look at some more examples of linking verbs: appear, look, am, smell, felt. Usage in a sentence: he appeared out of nowhere. She looks sick. I am 12 years old. It smells bad. It felt cold. Note, to be verbs are used as linking verbs to show the state of being formed. Example, am. Additionally, other verbs forms like to seem and to become are also used as linking verbs. Second, the 5 senses are also used as linking verbs: felt, seen, touch, etc. Third, verbs that tell us about change, inactivity or growth are also linking verbs. Hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you.